Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी, धन्यवाद प्रणाम माता जी।
Hare Krishna. Now Mr. Prabhu has some college program today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Hare Krishna. So we'll continue with third canto, 32nd chapter, verse number 41. Shraddhanaya bhaktaya vinitaya nasuyave Bhudeshu kridamaitraya Shushrushabhirathaya cha Shushrushabhirathaya cha Shraddhanaya bhaktaya Vinitaya nasuyave Bhudeshu kridamaitraya Shushrusha abhirathaya cha Shraddhanaya bhaktaya Vinitaya nasuyave Bhudeshu kridamaitraya Shushrusha abhirathaya cha Shraddhanaya bhaktaya Vinitaya anasuyave Bhudeshu kridamaitraya Shushrusha abhirathaya cha Shraddhanaya bhaktaya Vinitaya nasuyave Bhudeshu ekataya Shushrusha abhirataya cha. Okay, we'll go to synonym. Shraddha faithful. Bhaktaya, to the devotees. Vinitaya, respectful. Anasuyave, non-envious. Bhuteshu, to all living entities. Krita Maitraya, friendly. Shushrusha, faithful service. And translation. Instruction should be given to the faithful devotee who is respectful to the spiritual master, non-envious, friendly to all kinds of living entities, and eager to render service with faith and sincerity. Instruction should be given to the faithful devotee who is respectful to the spiritual master, non-envious, friendly to all kinds of living entities, and eager to render service with faith and sincerity. We'll do one more sloka. Bahirjata viragaya Shantachittaya dhiyatam Nirmatsaraya shuchaya Nirmatsaraya shuchaye Yasyaham preyasam priyaha. Synonyms. Bahi, for what is outside. Jata viragaya, to him who has developed detachment. Shanta chittaya, whose mind is peaceful. Dhiyatam, let this be instructed. Nirmatsaraya, non-envious. Shuchaye, perfectly cleansed. Yasya, of whom. Aham, I. Prayasam, of all that is very dear. Priyaha, the most dear. Translation. This instruction should be imparted by the spiritual master to persons who have taken the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be more dear than anything, who are not envious of anyone, who are perfectly cleansed, and who have developed detachment for that which is outside the purview of Krishna consciousness. This instruction should be imparted by the spiritual master to persons who have taken the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be more dear than anything, who are not envious of anyone, who are perfectly cleansed, and who have developed detachment for that which is outside the purview of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Supriya Mataji, with the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. In the beginning, no one can be elevated to the highest stage of devotional service. Here, Bhakta means one who does not hesitate to accept the reformatory processes for becoming a Bhakta. In order to become a devotee of the Lord, one has to accept a spiritual master and inquire from him about how to progress in devotional service. To serve a devotee, to chant the holy name according to a certain counting method, to worship the deity, to hear Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita from a realized person, and to live in a sacred place where devotional service is not disturbed, are the first out of 64 devotional activities for making progress in devotional service. One who has accepted these chief 5 activities is called a devotee. One must be prepared to offer the necessary respect and honor to the spiritual master. He should not be unnecessarily envious of his god brothers. Rather, if a god brother is more enlightened and advanced in Krishna consciousness, one should accept him as almost equal to spiritual master, and one should be happy to see such god brothers advance in Krishna consciousness. A devotee should always be very kind to the general public in instructing Krishna consciousness, because that is the only solution for getting out of the clutches of Maya. That is really humanitarian work, for it is the way to show mercy to other people who need it very badly. The word Shushrushabhir Rataya indicates a person who faithfully engages in serving the spiritual master. One should give personal service and all kinds of comforts to the spiritual master. A devotee who does so is also a bona fide candidate for taking this instruction. The word Bahir Jata Viragaya means a person who has developed detachment from external and internal material propensities. Not only is detached from activities which are not connected to Krishna consciousness, but he should be internally averse to the material way of life. Such a person must be non-envious and should think of the welfare of all living entities, not only of the human beings, but living entities other than human beings. The word Shuchayi means one who is cleansed both externally and internally. To become actually cleansed externally and internally, one should chant the holy name of the Lord Hare Krishna or Vishnu constantly. The word Dhyatam means that knowledge of Krishna consciousness should be offered by the spiritual master. The spiritual master must not accept a disciple who is not qualified. He should not be professional and should not accept disciples for monetary gains. The bona fide spiritual master must see the bona fide qualities of a person whom he is going to initiate. An unworthy person should not be initiated. The spiritual master should train his disciple in such a way so that in the future, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead will be the dearmost goal of his life. In these 2 verses, the qualities of a devotee are fully explained. One who has actually developed all the qualities listed in these verses is already elevated to a post of a devotee. If one has not developed all these qualities, he still has to fulfill these conditions in order to become a perfect devotee. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Ashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bangam Langete Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidinamini Namaste Saraswati Devesh Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shraddhadhanaya Bhaktaya Vinitaya Anasuyave Bhudeshu Kridamaitraya Shushrusha Abhirathaya Cha. Translation: the instruction should be given to a faithful devotee who is respectful to the spiritual master, non-envious, friendly to all kind of living entities, and eager to render service with faith and sincerity. Hare Krishna. So here, yesterday we saw how Kapila Dev says that the instructions, all spiritual instructions should be given to a non-envious person, right? Nirmatsarana. And he should be friendly to all kind of living entities and eager to render service with faith. So faith, that's the beginning, right? So Adish, you know the steps from Shraddha to Prema. What is the taste called? Ruchi. Okay, so that's Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema, no? So, yes. So these are the 9 steps to reach डिवोशनल सर्विस. तो पहले आपको श्रद्धा चाहिए. श्रद्धा मतलब क्या? विश्वास चाहिए ना, भगवान के ऊपर विश्वास चाहिए. या भागवतम भगवत गीता में श्रद्धा चाहिए. श्रद्धा मीन्स फेथ. अगर विश्वास नहीं है तो आप मंदिर नहीं आएगा ना. तो हमको पता चलना कि ये प्रतिभा नहीं है तो ये साक्षात ब्रजेंद्र नंदन. सो द डीटीज आर नॉट जस्ट स्टोन्स मेड अप ऑफ मार्बल और सम क्ले और अर्थ. ही इज एक्चुअल कृष्णा, बट हाउ वी सी हिम. आप अगर इसको शिला से देख रहे, कृष्णा ऑल्सो विल रेसिप्रोकेट द सेम वे. बट इफ यू सी हिम एज द सुप्रीम पर्सनैलिटी ऑफ गॉड एंड सर्व हिम, कृष्णा रेसिप्रोकेट्स द सेम वे. फर्स्ट इज फेथ. If you think, oh, chanting Hare Krishna, that is also one of the 10 offense, no? To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. Which offense is that? It's number 5, 5th offense, okay? So, we should have faith. Faith is very important in devotional service. If we don't have faith, we'll fall down. Definitely we'll fall down. We can't advance because we are doubting the process. अगर आप एक डॉक्टर के पास गया और डॉक्टर दवा दिया, अगर आप वो डॉक्टर को डाउट करेगा तो आप जल्दी क्योर नहीं होगा, आपका बीमारी रहेगा, मन में रहेगा ना. अगर आप एक टिकट खरीदा फ्लाइट में अमेरिका जाने के लिए, तो आप पायलट को जाके पूछेगा कि आपका सर्टिफिकेट है, आपने कोर्स किया, आप अच्छा सा ड्राइविंग करेगा फ्लाइट. तो इफ़ यू डाउट द पायलट then you will be tensed the whole journey. पूरा जर्नी में आपको टेंशन होगा कि will I reach in the right place or not. So similarly, we are in a boat and the captain is the spiritual master. तो अगर आप प्रभुपाद जी को डाउट करेगा, then you won't advance in devotional service. So we should have lot of faith, especially in Srila Prabhupada. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, the 23rd chapter, Madhya Leela, 23rd chapter, verse 14 to 15 says, Ado Shraddha Tado Sadhu Sangha संगत्यागा भजन क्रिया ततो अनर्थ निवृत्त स्यात् ततो निष्ठा रुचि तथा अतासक्ति ततो भावस् तथा प्रेमाभ्युधांशति श्रद्धागानम् अयं प्रेमा ऋतुर्भावे भवेत् क्रमः. आदौ श्रद्धा. श्रद्धा means faith. Okay, first we should have faith in Krishna, in the scriptures, in the Guru, in the process. Then only it will work completely. Even if you believe in the medicines or not, the medicine will work. Even if you doesn't believe in the holy name, still the holy name will work on you. But it won't have 100% effect. अगर आपको हरिनाम का या भक्त संघ का मतलब और प्रसाद का क्वालिटीज नहीं पता है, फिर भी उसका फल मिलेगा आपको, because it's transcendental. But if you have faith and you chant the holy name, if you have faith and do service to Krishna, if you have faith in devotional service, then it will act easily on us. So first is Shraddha, Ado Shraddha, faith. So how to increase your faith? How do you increase the faith in Guru, Sadhu and Shastra? How do you increase your faith? Yes, anybody can unmute and say.
Mataji, reading, listening.
So reading scriptures.
Listening, Mataji.
Shravanam, right? Shravanam, okay.
Yes. By hearing, by chanting
The holy
by association.
Yes, by association. Association
by
will
eating.
help us. Yes, by association. Like if we are associating with nice devotees, advanced devotees, we see their faith in the holy name, our faith also increases, right? So Sadhu Sangha, yes, association is very important. So Ado Shraddha, first is faith. Tata Sadhu Sangha. Then we associate with devotees, Sadhu Sangha. Then Bhajana Kriya. Bhajana Kriya means you start chanting the holy name and reading scriptures. Then Anartha Nivritti. This is a very great stage. तो पहला आपको श्रद्धा चाहिए, फेथ चाहिए भगवान के ऊपर। उसके बाद आप डिवोटीज के साथ रहना है, साधु संग करना है। उसके बाद भजन करें। भजन करते टाइम क्या होगा, आपका अनर्थास दूर होगा। 6 अनर्थास है ना, काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मद मत्सर्य। तो चेतो दर्पण मार्जन, क्लेंसिंग ऑफ द हार्ट विल हैपन। तो अनर्थ निवृत्ति। अगर आप एक कमरा 10 साल से बंद है, ठीक है, तो आपको वो क्लीन करना है। तो पहले आप अगर अंदर जाएगा, पोछा लगाए ना, तो स्वीप करेगा, तो पहले बार डस्ट नहीं दिखेगा। मतलब आप स्वीप करने के टाइम में पूरा डस्ट आ गया ना हवा में, तो वह कहाँ से आ गया? वो डस्ट वो कमरा में था, बट आप नहीं देख रहे। तो तब आप क्लीनिंग शुरू करेगा, तब पूरा डस्ट आएगा। तो हम कृष्णा कॉन्शियस के पहले बहुत शांत था, बहुत अच्छा था, बट आप चांटिंग शुरू किया, आप मंदिर ज्वाइन किया, आपका अनर्थास बाहर आने लगा। ऐसे सुधारे हमें क्या, कहाँ फंस गया है। मैं बाहर के दुनिया छोड़ के इधर आया है, बाहर भी पॉलिटिक्स है बहुत, इधर भी पॉलिटिक्स। हाँ, तो हम ऐसे हम किधर आया? ये हमने सोचा कि लिविंग इन द टेम्पल इज लाइक इन वैकुंठा, सभी अच्छा भक्त है, सभी परमहंसास है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा। नहीं, डिवोटीज के डायमंड कैसे चमकता है पता है? वो इट्स अंडर प्रेशर, बहुत प्रेशर करेगा, उसको रब करने के बाद ही। और ये शुगर केन जूस, पता है शुगर केन क्या बोलता है? शुगर केन, हाँ, तो वो जूस कैसे निकलता है? मशीन में डालता है तो स्क्वीज करना पड़ेगा, तब उसका रस आता है ना बाहर। इसी तरह डिवोटीज विल गेट चर्न्ड इनसाइड द टेम्पल, बट इसका मतलब नहीं है कि हम छोड़ के जाना है, नहीं, यू शुड नॉट लीव, देन ओनली यू विल शाइन लाइक डायमंड, है ना। तो अनर्थास विल कम आउट एज यूर चांटिंग। हम जब करते टाइम या सेवा करने के टाइम में बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम्स होगा, सबका अनर्थास बाहर आने लगेगा। इसका मतलब नहीं है कि आप चांटिंग स्टॉप करो, नो। एज यू स्वीप, वो स्वीपिंग करेगा ना, पूरा हवा में डस्ट उठेगा ना, बट एज यू कीप डूइंग, मतलब आप क्लीनिंग करने टाइम में वो सारा क्लीन हो जाएगा। तो इनिशियली अनर्थास विल स्टार्ट कमिंग आउट। इसका मतलब नहीं है कि चांटिंग इज नॉट वर्किंग ऑन यू, इट्स वर्किंग। अनर्थास आर कमिंग आउट, इट्स गुड। व्हेन यू गेट एंग्री, आपको गुस्सा आने लगेगा या कुछ अनर्थास इज कमिंग आउट, दैट्स गुड, इट्स एक्चुअली गोइंग, मतलब बाहर जाए। बट आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? टॉलरेट करना, कोऑपरेट करना है, सहन करना है। मतलब बिकॉज एवरी डिवोटी इज डिफरेंट, सबको कुछ बैकग्राउंड होता है, मतलब नॉट गुड बैकग्राउंड, सो एवरीवन इज कमिंग इन डिफरेंट बैकग्राउंड, बट हियर अनर्थास विल कम आउट, अनर्थ निवृत्ति इज कॉल्ड। बट उसके बाद क्या होगा? निष्ठा। प्रभु जी का नाम क्या है? नाम निष्ठा प्रभु, मैं नामा में निष्ठा है उनका। नामा मीन्स द होली नेम, उसमें बहुत निष्ठा है, मत फिक्स्ड है वो। तो किसी भी सिचुएशन में वो नाम जब छोड़ता नहीं, तो विल रीच दैट स्टेज, निष्ठा, ठीक है। फिर उसके बाद आसक्ति होगा। आसक्ति मीन्स सो अटैच टू चांटिंग। अरे इफ यू डोंट चांट टुडे, यू फील लाइक समथिंग इज मिसिंग। ऐसा लगा कि आज आपका चांटिंग कंप्लीट नहीं किया, नहीं तो कुछ ना कुछ यू कुड नॉट कॉन्सेंट्रेट, देन यू वॉन्ट फील हैप्पी दैट डे। अगर आपका 16 माला बहुत अच्छा सा किया, देन यू विल फील सो हैप्पी। तो दैट आसक्ति विल कम, देन ततो आसक्ति, देन भावा, ओके। फिर रुचि, सॉरी, आफ्टर निष्ठा देयर इज रुचि। रुचि मतलब टेस्ट। प्रभु यूज्ड टू गिव दैट एग्जांपल, आफ्टर यू हैव गुलाब जामुन खाने के बाद बहुत रुचि होता है ना, उसके बाद कुछ जलेबी कुछ खाया तो टेस्ट नहीं आएगा, क्यों? तो गुलाब जामुन का टेस्ट बहुत ऊंचे, इसलिए इसी तरह हरिनाम का टेस्ट बहुत ऊंचा है। परम दृष्टवा निवर्तन, इट्स अ हायर टेस्ट, स्टे हाई फॉर एवर। तो एक बार प्रभुपाद जी का पूरा शिष्य वो हिप्पीज था ना, मतलब ड्रग्स सब कुछ लेता था। तो ड्रग्स लेते वक्त क्या होता है, थोड़ा टाइम आप नशा में है, थोड़ा ऊपर आ जाएगा, फिर उसके बाद नीचे फिर से गिरता है, फिर से ड्रग्स लेना पड़ेगा, तो वो टेम्पररी है। तो वो सब ड्रग्स लेने गया, तो प्रभुपाद जी ने रियल ड्रग दिया। वो क्या है? हरिनाम, भवा औषधि, ठीक है, भवरोग के लिए। तो हरिनाम जप करने के बाद, सुनने के बाद, वो लोग मटेरियल ड्रग्स छोड़ दिया, क्योंकि उसको लगा कि स्टे हाई फॉर एवर, एक बार ऊंचे गए तो नीचे नहीं आने का। तो दे पुट अ पोस्टर, एक पैम्पलेट प्रिंट किया कि स्टे हाई फॉर एवर। स्वामी जी इन 22nd एवेन्यू, न्यूयॉर्क। सो दे ऑल स्टार्ट, हिप्पीज उधर आने लगा। So that ruchi, you'll start getting that ruchi. Then asakti, bhava, prema. Okay, so you'll have you'll develop the bhava and you'll develop prema. So this is the steps. So here it is said you have to render devotional service with faith and sincerity. Okay, the next sloka Kapiladev says, here it is explained that we have to take Supreme Personality of Godhead as dear and he should be the goal of our life. Okay, so here it is said the 5 limbs of bhakti. What is it? To serve a devotee, to chant the holy name, right? To worship the deity, to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, to live in a sacred place where devotional service can be performed. This is called Panjanga Bhakti. Panja Anga, the 5 limbs of Bhakti. Rupa Goswami ने Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu में बोला कि these 5 things हम हमेशा करना है. ये Srila Prabhupada, we also gave the morning program because of that. First is chanting the holy name. Pehla, how to chant? In a certain counting method. Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gana Ratiti. You have to do in counting. ऐसा नहीं है कि मुझे जब माला नहीं चाहिए मैं हाथ में काउंटिंग करें. नहीं, it's not good. You should have japa beats. क्यों? Why should you have japa beats? To chant. क्यों आप जप माला में जप करना है? ठीक है, तो आपको एक काउंट होता है ना हर दिन की आपको फिक्स्ड होता है. ओके, दैट इज वन रीजन. What are the other reasons why you should use a japa bead to chant? Either neem or tulsi.
Bead is come to be lotus feet of Krishna.
It is said that when you touch the beads, you should feel you're touching the lotus feet of the Lord. Okay. Then?
Concentration.
Concentration, good. When your hand is, just imagine, first of all, in the bead bag, this finger is out, you start putting mobiles, swiping. Prabhupada never knew that touch phones will come. Otherwise, he would have put this finger also inside. But then, all of us do that, na? Chanting bag idhar hoga aur aisa swipe karega. But this finger is not for that. That's okay. We are doing.
As you run the fingers on the beads, you have a vibration, that divine vibration that you feel.
Yes.
Running over the beads.
Yes. Okay. तो ऐसा बोलता है कि अगर आपको पढ़ना है कुछ, लाइक व्हेन यू स्टडी नो इन स्कूल, जोर से बोलना है. इफ यू रीड लाउडली, फिर योर मल्टीपल सेंसेस आर इन्वॉल्व. श्री राधा गोविंद की जय, गौर निताय की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. या अगर आप chanting करते वक्त, when your concentration goes here and there, your hand is inside the bead bag, right? Your ears are hearing the Harinam. Your tongue is vibrating. So the multiple senses are involved. The concentration increases. That is one thing. Second, Acharya taught us. Srila Prabhupada, you can always see him with a bead bag. The Goswamis of Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also had a bead bag. So, Mahajainena Gadasya Panta. You have to follow great Acharyas. Follow the footsteps of great devotees. So, Acharya log ya Gurujans aisa kiya, to hum bhi aisa karna hai. Okay? So, we should have a particular count. Then only you will be fixed. Otherwise, you'll be like, oh, today I'll do 4 rounds, tomorrow 8 rounds. You can't count. So you should have a fixed round of chanting. So chanting the holy name, pehla panchang bhakti mein, pehla important. Second is to worship the deities. Okay, agar aap ghar mein deity worship nahi kar sakta hai, so you just have to see. Isliye you should come for Mangalarti, Darshanarati. When you see Pujari doing service, you get the benefit. ठीक है, आप देखना है, सिर्फ पुजारी सेवा कर रहे हैं, आरती करना है, तो तब देखने वक्त भी आपको वो फल मिलता है कि पुजारी इज डूइंग, यू विल गेट दैट बेनिफिट. सो वर्शिपिंग द डीटी एंड हियरिंग श्रीमद् भागवतम एंड भगवद गीता, भागवत श्रवण डेली, नित्यम भागवत सेवा. ओके, भक्तिलता बीज जैसा है, एक पौधा जैसा. तो अगर एक पौधा में आप बहुत एक बकेट पानी डाला आज और 10 दिन में पानी नहीं दिया, तो क्या होगा? वो पौधा का ड्राई होता है ना. बट रोज थोड़ा थोड़ा पानी डालने पड़ेगा. तो इसी तरह टुडे यू रीड 1 chapter of Bhagavatam and for 10 days you don't touch books. You chant 16 rounds today, but tomorrow you're not chanting. Then your Bhaktilata beach will dry. But daily you give little Shravanam and Kirtanam, water and sunlight to the plant, it will grow nicely. Right? So every day, Nityam Bhagavatam. That's why Prabhupada have Bhagavatam class every day. In every temple, you have Bhagavatam class in the morning, evening there is Bhagavad Gita class. So every day you hear at least 1 sloka from the book. serving devotees, associating and seva. So you have to save a devotee and then live in a sacred place where devotional service is not disturbed. It can be a dham or it can be in the temple also, because Prabhupada says wherever Krishna is, that's the dham. Okay, so this is Panchanga Bhakti. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, again Madhya Leela. Yes. Chapter 22, it says, Sadhu Sanganama Kirtana Bhagavata Shravana Madhura Vas Sri Murtira Shraddhaya Sevana. So Panchanga Bhakti, okay? Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha means associating with devotees. Devotees के साथ रहना, ठीक है? उसके बाद क्या करना है? Chanting the holy name. Devotees के साथ gossip नहीं करने का. क्या करना है? Chanting करना है, भागवत सुनना है, भागवत श्रवणा, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Madhura was living in Madhura. Sri Murtira Shraddhaya Sevana means worshipping the deity with faith. So this is called the Panchanga Bhakti. We are doing it now. हर दिन आप मंगला आरती पे आते हैं तो devotees are there, तो साधु संग होता है. Then नाम कीर्तन, उसके बाद 5 to 7 ये जपा सेशन में chanting करते हैं. फिर 8 बजे भागवत क्लास है. और मधुरा वास, wherever devotees are there, wherever भगवान का नाम जप करता है या भागवत सुनता है, वो वृंदावन होता है, मधुरा जैसा होता है. Or deity worship is happening. So all 5 things comes in the morning program. That's why, especially for brahmachari training, morning program is very, very important. Not only brahmachari, any ashram in that case. If you want to advance in devotional service, you have to attend morning program, starting with Mangalarati. Okay, make it a part of your life as Mangalarati. Then everything, the whole process becomes clean. But every day we should see that we do all these 5 things daily. Okay, this is the 5 things. So we should associate with devotees, chant the holy name, learn or hear Bhagavatam. So Advaita Acharya once said, no? You remember, Adish? That wherever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, that's Vrindavan. When was that? Anybody remember in the class? When did Advaita Acharya, Sridevi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to go to Vrindavan, but Nityananda Prabhu tricked him and took him to Shantipur. Yeah, that's when Advaita Acharya was taking bath in Ganga. So he asked, how did you come to Yamuna?
Yeah. So yes, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu संन्यास लेने के बाद उनको वृंदावन जाना था, तो नित्यानंद प्रभु ने उसको वृंदावन नहीं भेजा, उसको शांतिपुर, मतलब रास्ते में ही डाइवर्टेड हिम वृंदावन, क्योंकि सच्ची माता चैतन्य महाप्रभु के माता चैतन्य महाप्रभु को जगन्नाथपुरी में रहने के लिए कहा, क्योंकि मायापुर और पुरी सामने है ना. शी डिडंट वांट हिम टू गो टू वृंदावन, तो इसलिए ही गॉट डाइवर्टेड और शांतिपुर गया. और शांतिपुर में गंगा देखा, उसने बाद स्नान किया महाप्रभु ने, ये सोच के कि ये यमुना है. उसने सोचा कि ये यमुना है, ये स्वयं भगवान, ही नोज एवरीथिंग, उसको सब कुछ पता है. फिर भी फॉर द पास्ट टाइम फिर अद्वैताचार्य आया, क्योंकि शांतिपुर इज अद्वैताचार्य's प्लेस. तो उस टाइम पे चैतन्य महाप्रभु से, अद्वैताचार्य आप वृंदावन में क्या कर रहे हैं? तो अद्वैताचार्य से, ये वृंदावन नहीं है, शांतिपुर है, और जहाँ आप है वो वृंदावन है. Like wherever Krishna is, that's Vrindavan. So Prabhupada has given Vrindavan all over the world for us in form of temples, है ना. So this is Vrindavan. Vrindavan is actually a consciousness also, how you are so attached to Krishna. It's not just a place. Okay, it's a dham. So this is the 5 things we should do. So in that, the most important is to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita from an authorized person. Okay, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the nectar. It says, Madeka Bandhu Matsangin Madguru Manmahadana Madnishtaraga Madbhagya Madananda Namostude. So Srimad Bhagavatam is glorified by Sanatana Goswami. You can see this verse. I don't know how to enlarge this. Huh? Window space. Where? You can zoom, huh? Okay. Oh, like that. Oh, nice. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is clear now, better. Yeah. So this is Sarva Shastrabhi Piyusha by Sanatan Goswami, taken from a book called Krishna Leela Stava. So this is glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarva Shastrabhi Piyusha, Sarva Vedega Satphala, Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya, Sarva Lokaika Dritprata. So what does it mean? O Srimad Bhagavatam, O nectar churned from the ocean of Vedic scriptures. Oh, the most prominent transcendental fruit of the Vedas, you are enriched with the jewels of all spiritual conclusions. Okay, and you are like the sun which arises to dispel the darkness of Kali Yuga. You can't see the translation. That's okay. Let me finish the slokas and come to translation. Sarva Bhagavata Prana Srimad Bhagavata Prabhu Kali Dvantodidataya Shri Krishna Parivartita Paramananda Padaya Premavarshi Aksharayate Sarvada Sarvasevyaya Shri Krishna Namostute Madeka Bando Matsangin Matkuru Manmahadana Manishtaraka Matbhaktya Madananda Namostute Asadu Sadu Tadayin Atini Chochatakara Hana Munchakada Chinmam Premna Hrit Katayo Sfura. So what is it saying? Now how do I decrease? I'm not able to do. I like that. Now, okay. Okay. So you can see the translation. Here it is said about Srimad Bhagavatam by Sanatan Goswami. O Srimad Bhagavatam, the nectar churned from the ocean of Vedic scriptures, O most prominent transcendental fruit of the Vedas, you are enriched with the jewel, okay, of spiritual conclusions. And he is the life breath of the Vaishnava devotees. You are the sun which has arisen to dispel the darkness of Kali Yuga, who is actually Krishna among us. Right? When Sri Krishna ended the pastime and went to Goloka, तब कृष्ण जी ने लाइक द्वापर युग का एंड होने वाला था, कलयुग का शुरू होने वाला था, तब श्री भगवान को वापस उसके धाम में चले जाना है. तो लोग बोलता है कि कृष्णा डाइड, वो सब. कृष्ण तो सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप है ना, वो डिसेंड होता है, मतलब अवतारी, ही ascend and descend, he appear and disappear. तो तब द्वापर युग के अंत में कृष्णा had to end the pastime and go. तब धर्मा कहाँ शेल्टर दिया कि भागवतम में. तो भागवतम भगवान का स्वरूप है. ओके, जय जय भागवता, राधा कृष्ण स्वरूप इस भागवतम. भागवतम का पहला 2 स्कंध है ना, वो भगवान का लोटस फीट है, पैर जैसा है, और 10th कैंटो उसका मुंह है. ठीक है, तो अगर आप भागवत पढ़ता है तो सिर्फ यू आर एसोसिएटिंग डायरेक्टली विद कृष्णा. So Chaitanya Sanatan Goswami says Bhagavatam is like a sun. भागवतम को 4 तरह का कंपैरिजन देता है. भागवतम इज लाइक अ लैम्प, दिया जैसा है. अगर आपको अंधेरा है तो एक दिया जलाने में बहुत प्रकाश आता है, मतलब. तो भागवतम इज लाइक दैट. हम सब अंधेरा में है, इग्नोरेंस में है, तमोगुणा में है, तो भागवतम एक दिया जैसा है. इट विल गिव यू नॉलेज. Bhagavatam is like a sun. Sun will dispel all the darkness. है सब सूर्य मतलब आएगा तो तब अंधेरा चले जाएगा. तो सेम टाइप भागवतम will destroy all darkness. फिर भागवतम is like a fruit, एक फल जैसा है. क्योंकि why it's compared to a fruit? Why it's compared to a fruit? Huh? Taste, it's sweet. And how will the taste of a fruit increase? एक पेड़ में एक फल है, फल का स्वीटनेस कैसे बढ़ेगा? मीन्स एक फल है पेड़ में, तो उसका स्वीटनेस कैसे इंक्रीज होगा? वो पेड़ में ही है उसका. तोता, पैरेट है ना, वो तोता सबसे स्वीट फ्रूट काटता है. अगर एक पेड़ में एक फ्रूट है और वो तोता काटा है, वो फ्रूट ज्यादा स्वीट होता है. Because that science also, there is a pectin layer which enhances the sweetness of a fruit. So since a tota bite करेगा ना, तो वो pectin layer टूटेगा, तब it will increase the sweetness. So the Bhagavatam fruit increased its sweetness when it came through the mouth of parrot of Radharani, who is Shukadeva Goswami. So Shukadeva Goswami is none other than the parrot of Radharani. That's a story in Padma Puran, how the parrot of Radharani got cursed and became Shukadeva Goswami. But then when a parrot tastes a fruit, the fruit becomes more sweeter. What is it? Nikamakalpatarur galitam phalam shuka mukat amritadrava samyutam vipata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhur aho rasika bhuvi bhauga. First canto, first chapter, verse number 3, Srimad Bhagavatam says, Bhagavatam एक फल जैसा है. तो वो फल जिस पैरट तोता ने काटा और वो बहुत स्वीट हो गया. तो अगर हमको एक आम मिला, उसमें अंदर बीज नहीं है और बाहर वो कवर भी नहीं है, छिलका, तो आप कैसे खाएगा? ऐसे ही कैन स्वॉलो इट ना, कुछ फेंकने के लिए कुछ नहीं है. तो Bhagavatam is like that, a fruit, ripe fruit, mango of Vedic literature, topmost fruit, जिसमें फेंकने के लिए कुछ नहीं है, ऐसे ही can just drink it. ठीक है? तो it's like that. So Bhagavatam is compared to a lamp, to a sun, to a fruit, also compared to a Mohini Murti. Why Bhagavatam is compared to Mohini Murti? Yes, we have an intelligence devotee here. Okay. Yes. So Mohini Murti, what did she means? It's Lord Vishnu himself. What did she do? When the churning of the ocean, Samudra Manthan happened, that Amrita came out, didn't give to the demons, gave only to the Devatas. So Bhagavatam can be released not by non-devotees. Hai na? Okay. So that's why. So Bhagavatam is compared to these four things. And here it is said, O Srimad Bhagavatam, I offer respectful obeisance to you. By reading you, one attains transcendental bliss. Sarva Bhagavata Prana Srimad Bhagavata Pramo. So you attain happiness when you read Bhagavatam. Why do you get happiness when you read Bhagavatam?
Because Swayam Krishna, because he's Krishna.
We get association of Krishna with Bhagavatam when we read.
But Bhagavatam is full of problem, no? You take first canto, Kuntira Maharani is suffering, Pandavas are suffering, Prahlad is suffering, and Dhruva is suffering, and all sufferings. Chitraketu Maharaj becomes a demon, and so many bad things. Nah?
But they are devoted to Krishna.
Devoted to Krishna, yes. But why are you feeling happy?
Paramatma inside us is happy listening to the devotee.
अगर आपके घर में बिजली नहीं है तो पहले आप क्या करेगा? नहीं, कैंडल लाइट करने के पहले क्या करेगा? हाँ? नहीं, उसके पहले बाहर देखेगा कि दूसरे घर में बिजली है या नहीं, है ना? When there is no power in your house, you see the next house. There is no power in that house. अगर उधर power है तो टेंशन शुरू होगा. अरे मेरे घर में क्या हुआ? फ्यूज चले गया. So similarly, you have problems in life. All of us have problems. जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि आध्यात्मिक आदि भौतिक आदि दैविक. तो जब आप भागवत खुलेगा उसमें भी प्रॉब्लम है. Oh, it's not only for me. Everybody have problems. It's natural tendency of human, है ना? Like when you are happy by serving Krishna, it's all there. That's why Bhagavatam gives you happiness. But this is what we feel, है ना? Because when you open Bhagavatam, you're like, oh, I'm not the only one suffering. I'm better. Kunti Maharani suffered so much, है ना? She became a widow. उसका पति चला गया. फिर उसके बाद 5 बच्चों को बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो गया ना, वनवास में चला. उसके बाद द हट वॉज पुट टू फायर. भीमा को पॉइजन दे दिया. उसका डॉटर इन लॉ को वो असेंबली में इंसल्ट किया. क्या क्या नहीं किया ना पांडवा के साथ. और प्रहलाद महाराज, डू यू हैव अ फादर हु इज रेडी टू किल यू? Some devotees, parents are not allowing to do Krishna consciousness. So they went to Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataga Swami Maharaj. Maharaj, my parents are not allowing me to do bhakti. What to do? I have to hide and chant. I have to hide and read Bhagavatam. They're not allowing me to join ISKCON. Kya karu? So Maharaj is like, is your father trying to kill you? Is your father trying to give poison? Nahi na. So you're much better than Prahlad. At least Prahlad's father tried to do that, but okay. So in that way, Bhagavatam is real bliss. Right. Last pocket. Back from that last small pocket. But behind. Inside. Okay, so when you read Srimad Bhagavatam, get real transcendental bliss. And Bhagavatam is our only friend. This verse is very important. Madeka bandho mad sangin mad guru man mahadana mad nishtaraga mad bhagya madananda namostude mad ega bandhu. That means my only friend. My only friend is Bhagavatam. Mat Sangin, my only companion is Bhagavatam. My guru, my only teacher is Bhagavatam. Man Mahadhana, my wealth is Bhagavatam. Oh, deliverer. Oh, my good fortune, my bhagya is Bhagavatam. And Madananda, my bliss is Bhagavatam. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, when you do lot of punya, Purva Janma Kritam Punyam, Tada Srimad Bhagavate Lepai. After so many years of punya only you will get Bhagavatam. But we are not reading it, so we should take advantage of it. Okay. I excuse all the brahmacharis in the temple because they have a lot of service, so much service, they don't have time to read because they're doing so much physical service. But others, you're at home, you don't have any service, so serve Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So at least they are listening to Bhagavatam class daily. It's a routine for them. For them, it's okay. Because otherwise how will the temple run? So they're doing so much service in that way. But others who are at home, you can always read Bhagavatam. And the last verse, I'll stop with this. Srimad Bhagavatam is the giver of saintliness to the unsaintly. He's the uplifter of the the fallen. And please do not ever leave Bhagavatam. Please become manifested in my heart and throat. Okay. So this is by Sri Sanatana Goswami. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. His Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you for joining. Mancha kalpatarubhasya kripasindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thodi Vaishnav ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.